New York session, New York session. We in. New York session is looking pretty, pretty. But look, right? So we did break out of this level right here, but we closed with no wick, with no top wick. So yeah, the anticipation was for price to land somewhere around this level here. But look at what's happening. Very, very sketchy gold. Very sketchy gold. I know, Goldie. I know you. So yeah, what's happening, guys? This is New York session. Yeah, this is New York session, and we're about to go deeper, right? Yeah, so I'm going to do a top-down analysis, starting from scratch again. So right now we're gonna be looking at the weekly time frame. Let's see what the weekly time frame has for us. Yeah, looking nice, nice. This is looking nice. All right, buys above, sells below. This is something nice. This is something pretty. Okay, so clearly we can see that from the day earlier prior, we did have a low. We did see price push all the way down to this area here. We also knew that price has rejected in the previous times here and looking for possible buys to, I don't know, somewhere. And looking at the daily time frame here, we do see that price also did is yeah, it looks like it's creating support. We are closing in the next 7 hours on the daily. It looks like it is creating support, but we're still in the range for gold, and we have to be careful, right? Let's look at the 4 hour time frame. The 4 hour time frame, we did create some nice support, right? Price pushed all the way down, came to this area, and yeah, we closed nicely with support, and price from there just flew all the way up, right? And yeah, we were not in the trade because those were not our trading hours. Looking at the 1 hour time frame here, we do see some sort of a consolidation and a beautiful breakout, right? So we're still gonna wait for a closure to see if price really wants to push all the way up, probably take profits right here at the wick fill, or will price decide to reverse? Right now I'm just making the range a little bit smaller so that we can be able to see what we're working with. Let's look at the 30-minute time frame. The 30-minute time frame looks pretty sketchy. And the reason why it looks sketchy, we did get a breakout, right? But look at this breakout. This breakout closed with no wick, right? And every time we get a breakout of like price, uh, let me just draw it up for you. Quick. Yeah. So if we do get a breakout, every time we get a breakout of price and we close with no wick, right? No wick, something like this. If we close with no wick, we have a 80% chance of price coming back and pushing all the way down again, right? So that's one thing you need to keep in mind of before you uh open a trade. Yeah, we do see the buys are going pretty well, so price is moving without us here. So what do we do in a situation like this? We just wait. We just wait. The move is already done. Do you see that? When we look left, price pushed all the way up. The move is done, guys. Like it's done. There's nothing else left for us here. Um yeah. So let's look at the 15-minute time frame here and see if we can uh you know plan out something here. This is my most favorite time frame. The 15 minutes. This is where I open most of my trades, right? This is where I look at a lot of probability price actions. I look at them here. I see them here. I trade the plan right here on the 15-minute time frame or the 30, but mostly the 15. What's good, guys? Hope everyone is doing well. New York, New York. We're gonna make money here. We're gonna make money. Yeah, we're speaking it into existence, right? Nothing, nothing, nothing weird here. We're speaking life into existence. So let's see how we close in the next 15 minutes here. Price already did its move. We're not interested in this. What is the higher time frame bias telling us? It's telling me that we have already tapped targets, right? Price has already tapped targets. There's a possibility we might just carry on moving all the way up to this level here, but we do see that we have previous resistance, support, previous support, which is right now current resistance. So there's a possibility we might just decide to move down here for the rest of the day. But we're not necessarily saying that's the move. The move will present itself when it's time for it to present itself. But as for now, we wait. But yeah, the like we we should be bullish, but like the move has already been completed, right? So right now, I think I'm gonna change my bias, right? I'm gonna change my bias to start looking for possible reversals because oh my goodness, price has moved all the way up, right? And yeah, do we have news? Is there any news for us today? Any news? Any news? Let's see. Uh, calendar, calendar. What's happening, calendar? All right. Yeah. We have news in the next 5 minutes, so you can't be opening trades when the news is this close, right? So in the next 5 minutes, we're probably gonna see a big push. We have many final manufacturing PMI right here, 4:45 p.m. And then we also have, let's see, 5 p.m. we have ISM, right? Which is ISM manufacturing PMI, red candle. So we're gonna get big moves. We should be expecting some big moves throughout the session here. So let's wait and see what price wants to do here. Yeah, this is an institutional move. I know. This is liquidity being grabbed. This is for all the beginner traders. This is bring my money. The market is telling all the beginner traders that bring my money because probably most of them are in serious losses here. And you know what's crazy? No, you know what's crazy? The crazy part is we've been bearish throughout the morning. Like in the morning, I didn't want to take those buys because they looked very sketchy. Yeah, they looked very sketchy, so I didn't want to risk it. But look at that move, guys. This is magnificent. We do see some crazy moves here, right? Yeah, these are some crazy moves, but there's a possible reversal here. So that's what I'm waiting for. And unfortunately, I couldn't get music. I will be hopping on music in the next session, which is going to be tomorrow. But yeah, as for today, guys, we're gonna be solo with this. We're gonna be solo, YOLO dolo. No life, no what? No life, no what? No life, no life. No life, no life. Let's go. Cause we're going live. Okay, I know I drew a lot of lines. I know if they are confusing you, just let me know. Just let me know in the comments if these lines are confusing you, and if they are not, then yeah, man, we should be good. We should be working with what we have here. Right? Okay, let me hop on 30-minute time frame. Look at this move as one candlestick. Um, okay. Wow. What a move from gold here. What a move. My goodness. I literally feel like today all the moves are moving without us. I feel like all the moves are happening without us, and I don't see any possible trade from whatever the market is doing right now. Hey man, it's doing way too much. It's doing way, way, way too much. Way too much for my liking. Right. So let's see the news. What time okay, in 1 minute. Let's see. Let's see in the next minute how this candlestick is gonna react. Let's see how the candlestick is about to react. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 60 seconds left. 60 seconds left. Let's go. Okay, so the lines, I'm going to explain the lines properly. Look at this clearly, right? So this is what's happening. We have something called support, we have something called resistance, right? So look, this is how I'm gonna do it. This is how I'm gonna draw them up so that you understand what I mean, right? So let me put different colors so that you understand what I mean. So we're gonna put support as red, as green, and resistance as red, the color red, right? I know it's gonna make my chart look ugly, but I think it'll help a lot for you to understand what I'm talking about when I draw these lines and what's actually uh happening, right? Right. So okay, this is going to be, let's see, this is going to be resistance, this is going to be previous support, but it also works as resistance. This one is going to be our let me see. Where's the red? Where's the red? Red. And then we're also gonna have this as green. All right. So this is how the chart looks like. What does resistance mean? Resistance means where price is unable to push above, right? Support is where price is unable to push below, right? So looking at the chart, um, on the left hand side, resistance would be where price cannot push above. Support will be where price, like sort of like supports, like the reason why support is green is because every time we tap support, price tends to move up. Every time we tap resistance, price tends to move lower. I think I think I'm making a good example. Just let me know if this example makes sense. Every time we tap support, right? Support, which is this area here, looking left, we're gonna sort of like, we're not saying price will go up, but we're saying that the possibility of price going up is high from support. The possibility of price going down is high from resistance. Do you get what I'm saying? So every time we tap resistance right here, we go down. Every time we tap support, we go up. So I think that's the easiest way I can explain it, and that's basically how support and resistance works. And that's why I have these purple lines, because I just like the color. It looks aesthetically pleasing. I just like the color. That's why I use this color. There's no specific reason why I'm using this color. But yeah, this is basically support and resistance. So when I'm looking at these lines, right, I'm looking at price, where price, like where price is ranging, right? Where price cannot go out. So I know I have a lot of lines. I know it might be confusing for someone who is a beginner trader. So in that case, I am going to just remove some of these lines so that, oh, now you explained perfectly. Thanks. Okay, appreciate that. So yeah, that's how it works, man. That's how it works. Support is support, resistance is resistance, right? So it's clear. Like right now we're in a range, and that's what we're waiting on. Let's see, pending. Okay, okay, pending. So we did get oh, let's see, yeah, final PMI, whatever. So it's not a red candle, it's a yellow. So the impact is not gonna be that high. We do see that we closed red here. We don't really care about those things. I don't trade those things. I just look at those things to know when news are coming out, when news are not, you know, coming out, all those type of things, all those good things. But I don't necessarily use it for any specific thing, you know? Like, yeah. So these are the recent support and resistance lines, right? Also, when it comes to support and resistance, you can never be too perfect. Like, for example, I'm going to zoom in here. For example, right? For someone, this might be their support, right? Like right here. For someone, this might be their support and resistance, right? For someone else, they might see this as support or resistance, right? For someone else, they might see this as support and this as resistance, and everything else that's in this, they might not trade, right? They might wait for a breakout in this area, and they might also wait for breakout in this area to take their trades, and everything else inside here they will not open. So, like, I feel like support and resistance is not is subjective, and whoever wants to uh draw up whatever they want to draw up as reference from the charts, they do that. So you can never really say this is support and this is resistance, because everyone else has their own way of drawing up support and resistance. But you know, the way I draw my support and resistance work well with the way I trade specifically. You know what I mean? So I don't really look into a lot. I just use whatever is in front of me here, right? And also indicators. I don't use indicators on my chart. I keep my charts clean because I feel like this works better for me because everything is clean. I can see and I can make sense of my strategy and how everything works. One thing I need to let you guys know is forex is a mind game. It's a mental game. You have to lock in. Like, you really have to lock in a particular way. You have to make sure that everything that you do right here on the charts makes sense, right? To you, you know. If nothing makes sense, don't open a trade. Like right now, I'm pretty sure people are in buys right now. Like for example, this is what people do, right? A person would literally be in a buy here. Like literally, like a person would literally open a trade right here and they would be in buys. And this person would probably be expecting some move like this. I mean, I'm like, but bruh, like how come? Like, you wake up one morning and you want to risk your money like this. Like, why are you playing games like that, bruh? Why are you playing games with yourself like that? Because it's like, why? What convinced you to open a trade right here and expect for price to move all the way up? Like, what convinced you to do that? Like, do you have a specific reason for you to do that? Unless maybe, you're looking at the lower time frames, and lower time frames are very dangerous. That's for sure, sure, sure. Like 5 minute, 1 minute time frames. Oh my goodness. I don't trade those for a reason. Because, like, they'll give you a signal that doesn't necessarily work. So I feel like most people would be opening their trades like from 1 hour um time frames, and they would be expecting to see some move, and usually it doesn't work out well for them. So you really need to be able to be patient. You really need to be patient. You need to wait, and you need to make sure that whatever setup that you're gonna enter, yeah, is the setup that is gonna make you money. Like, guys, I can't stress this any further. You cannot make money in forex if you're not patient. Trust me, you will never make money in forex if you're not patient. Ask me. Ask XP, Baba. I have experience. I've been here for quite some time, and everything has been like everything has been happening so fast. I lost so much money. I made so much money, and I have been impatient, and I have paid the price for my impatience, right? I've paid the price like for days, guys, for days, for years, for months, for decades. No, 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 for centuries. Not, not even 50 years old, bro. I'm talking about century, bro. I'm not even half a century. What am I saying? uh, but yeah, this is a wonderful it's a wonderful move from gold, but this was not our move. You get what I'm saying? So one thing I need to let you guys understand is, look, forex is a very uh, 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 um, it's vast. It has so much to it. You can never really be able to predict everything that happens, right? There's so many ways to make money here. There's so many moves to take, but you have to choose your moves. You get what I'm saying? There's so much to do. Like there's so much. Like I know people who draw things like this, you know, and they draw things like this, and they like, yeah, it's an order block, and then when price hits here, you have to do, whoa, right? I don't trade like that, but I do know people online who teach people such things, and I don't know if it's profitable or not, but if these people say it is, it probably is, you know. But you have to find reasons to why that thing is going to be profitable for you. Like you have to find reasons, you know, you have to create your own data sheet. You have to, you know, get data on your trades, make sure that everything makes sense before you even decide to like open a trade, or maybe like decide to say I'm going to use a specific strategy. You really need to look into, you know, deeper levels, like deeper things. You can't just hop on the market and like tell yourself I'm gonna, you know, trade every setup and make money. It's impossible. You won't. Trust me, you know. People give up on forex because it's tough, guys. You know, look, the reason why I feel like a lot of people make money and a lot of people, actually, less people make money and a lot of people lose money is because the people who make money are detailed. Like they focused on like the small detail. Like, for example, I know for a fact every time price moves up, closes without a top wick, there's an 80% chance for price to move down. You know, I know for a fact. You get what I'm saying? So that's why this buy wasn't for me. This buy was probably for someone else, right? So I mean, I can't open the trade at all. Like on my side, that trade is dangerous. Let me show you an example. Look at this. Look at this trade, guys. So this trade, look at that. It's a clean push up. Do you see that? What happened on the next candlestick? We moved down because look, we closed with no top wick. Another example. We closed with no top wick. Look at that. Price. What did price do? Pushed down. Here's another example. Here's another example. Let's 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 look at the data, right? This is what you need to do when you're trading. You need to look at the data. Look, we closed with no top wick. What did price do after that? Push down. So now, just because we closed with no top wick here, am I supposed to take the buy? Ain't no way. I can never do that. That would be me disrespecting my rules. You get what I'm saying? So look, we closed with no top wick, price pushed up. Oh well, not my move. I hope you guys understand where I'm going with this, right? I hope you understand why I don't take certain moves, why I wait patiently. I would rather have a no trade day than than a very bad L day. It's better to have a no trade day than a very bad L day. I rather not open a trade than to lose money unnecessarily, right? So yeah, that's the chat for me. And if you want to learn from me, you're gonna wait. You're gonna have to be patient. You're gonna have to, decide. You know, don't chill in the markets and not be able to decide. You have to be able to decide. And when you make that decision must make sense. You know, it must make sense, and it must be your strategy, right? And if you use my strategy to trade, then you have to literally be patient enough to wait. And look, if you're gonna be a naysayer here, you're gonna come here and be like, "Hey, Pride was a buy, you swag." Then you don't belong in my channel. If you're gonna tell me it's a buy, I'm swag, go buy yourself. Go buy yourself, my guy. Come on, you know what I'm saying? It, I mean, there's nothing much to say, you know, from people like that, because I mean this is my strategy. And if you feel like my strategy, like I have a 70% win rate. I have a 70% win rate during New York session. I have a 54% win rate during London, no, um during Asian session. And London session I have a 78% win rate. So the previous session that we're in, that's my highest win rate. Yeah, that's my highest win rate. So that's me there. Yeah. And if you're trying to win with the 70% win rate, you gotta listen. You gotta wait. You gotta chill. You gotta chill. Like there's nothing else to this, right? So let's see. News came out, but we're still expecting more news in an hour's time, which is, let me see. Am I checking the right date? This is the 1st of July. Yeah, I'm checking the right date. 5 p.m. We have news coming out, right? Is this South African time? Like, I'm kind of confused right now. Let me see. 4:39 p.m. The time options. Okay, I'll just check. I'll just double check. But it looks like all the all the data is out, and right now we're just gonna wait to see how price reacts. But price did already do its thing. Right now we just want to see how price will react in the next 30 minutes, in the next hour. If there's nothing, guys, we're calling it a day. We're moving off the charts. Don't spend too long on the charts. Don't spend over 2 hours on the charts, because you'll end up convincing yourself lies. Like seriously, you're gonna end up convincing yourself lies. Like you're gonna see something and you're gonna be like, it's a trade. Let me open the trade. Let me make money. Hey, lose. Again, lose. You're gonna ask yourself, and you know what's gonna happen. You're gonna start doubting yourself, and you're gonna start saying, forex, nah. Time you 5K down, bro. You come back again, it finishes you up, and you're like, yo, I'm left with my last $500. I'm gonna go all in or nothing. And you're gonna expect a miracle. And you know what's gonna happen? What? And you're gonna go broke. And then you're gonna cry. And then you're gonna stop trading for 2 months. I'm telling you the reality of things. I'm telling you the reality of what people do. Like after this, most people don't trade. Like, how would you trade after losing a whole 5K, bro? You're gonna chill for like 6 months, bro. You're gonna be like, nah, the market is not for me. Time that money you were supposed to buy clothes. Some of y'all supposed to buy groceries. Now you're gonna eat pap and water for the whole month. It's gonna be your real life. Pap, water. Ah, there, bruh. Nah. Y'all be playing with yourselves, bruh. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to this. No, you drink. Now you're gonna drink. Now you're gonna drink tea with no sugar, bruh. Drink water, tea, no sugar, drink juice. You probably won't even be able to pay the water bill, so you won't probably won't have water, bruh. No electricity. Eh, eh. So do you see, like, if you have responsibilities and you know that if you don't do specific things in the market, you probably won't be able to pay for this type of apartment. You know, you won't be able to pay for this type of apartment. You won't be able to get like fresh water or something like that. So if you if you lock in, pay attention, make sense of the charts, you'll probably make money. You most definitely make money. Right? You most definitely make some guala. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, like price is moving really bad, moving way too bad. No move for me for now, but this is what I'm expecting. Is what I'm expecting. I know we've been bullish on the 4 hour time frame. On the high time frames, we are pretty bullish. We are tapping support. Price looks to be reversing. Uh it's a it's a Wednesday. Price is reversing, everything just looks up. Everything just looks up. But that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting something like this. I know it's weird. I know it's weird, but I'm expecting some move like this. And yeah, man. So we have to wait and see. We have to wait and see. Okay, so we do have a new 4H candlestick. We did attempt to make some type of a higher work here. Right now, we do see that price is playing around. There's a high possibility we might just decide to reverse here, and that's where you will find me. That's where you will find me. All right. So here's the check, guys. Now, so we did create resistance. One of you asked me what resistance is, what to put it. So right now, when you see a closure back inside this line, the line that I was talking about, when you see a closure back inside this line, you will probably see price try to uh a reverse or something like that, right? So this is why we call it resistance. And support is where if price taps here, closes with a green candlestick and starts moving up. Let me see something. Right? Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to open a trade as of yet. Um, do you see that? So when we look left, we do see that price has some sort of resistance here. So it's currently creating some sort of support here, right? The cells would have made sense uh but the way they're playing out is not interesting. It doesn't look appealing. And also because we started off like this, right? This is how we started off. When the candle opened, instead of it like creating a top wick first and coming down, breaking the lows and pushing lower, instead, what did it do? It started off like this. It went lower, pushed up. Now that's opposite of what we do. We want to see price push up, create that wick, break lower, and potentially move lower. So now if price does something like this, creates that low first, creates the high. Now it has this bottom wick, which we weren't anticipating, and then now it comes back. It starts, playing switcheroo right here, just doing this, like bouncing. It keeps on twerking, twerking on one spot. Like, look, it's twerking. Look, just on one spot. Nah, 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 nah. We can't do that, right? So we don't want to see price twerk. When price twerks, we also twerk. You're gonna end up twerking. Hey, you're gonna get lost in the sauce. You know, when you're lost in the sauce, there's nothing you can do for yourself, my boy. If you know, you know. If you don't know, I don't know. And if you know, you know. But don't get lost in the sauce. Because now, if you start twerking like this candlestick right here, you're gonna go broke. You're gonna go broke. You know what I said? Broke. Not broke. Broke. That's what you won't go. Like, yeah. You might even start being vegetarian and start eating broccoli. That's what you must do. What advice can you give? What advice can you give a beginner trader? No, this is the advice I can give to a beginner trader. Take your time. Don't rush. This is not an easy game. And and if you don't look, get a mentor. Get a mentor, right? Get a mentor. This is the easiest way to success. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you're gonna hop on Forex and think you're gonna do this thing by yourself, it's possible. It's gonna take you years, right? It's gonna take you so many years. It's not gonna it's not gonna happen overnight. You don't wake up one morning, you're rich. That's not gonna happen. It's gonna take you time, gradually. You're gonna gradually grow, right? So if you start trading today, just make sure that you get yourself a mentor. If you can't afford one, watch videos like this. Learn from people like me. Because I've been in the game. I've had my ups and downs. I've had way more downs than okay, yeah, I've had way more downs and less ups. So I know the road down there. It's a very tough road, you know. And as a beginner trader, if you tell yourself that you know, you'll be shocked. You'll come here and hey. So make sure you get a mentor. If you can't afford a mentor, really focus on education. Focus your time on education and find uh, the type of trading style that resonates with you. Decide on that trading style and use that trading style. Don't change. Don't strategy hop. Don't, when this strategy works, you decide, oh, let's say, for example, you have a strategy, right? Strategy number one, strategy number two, strategy number three. Just drawing things, and just drawing things. So you have three strategies. You have three strategies, right? So this is what a beginner trader does. Do I have a pencil? Do I have a pencil? A pencil? Anything I can type with? Let me see. Yeah, right. So this is what beginner traders do, right? Beginner traders moves from uh yeah, okay. Yeah. So beginner traders do this. Strategy hop. These are different strategies. They move from strategy to strategy, right? So this person probably thought the strategy was good. Then they took one loss, right? And they're like, oh my goodness, probably blew their account. Then they're like, oh my goodness, what is this? I just took a bad loss, right? And what do? They're like, mm-mm, I'm crossing out the strategy. Doesn't work. And comes to the strategy. Takes 2 wins, 4 losses, in the beginning. And it's like, strategy two is actually worse than strategy one. I'm crossing this one out. I'm not going to trade this. Goes on to strategy three. Takes 7 wins, 4 losses. But in these 4 losses, this person probably blew their account because they probably risked more here and took little money here. This is what a lot of beginner traders fall short of, right? And then after taking these 4 losses, account blown, nope, the strategy doesn't work. What happens? This person goes back to the first strategy. It's like, you know what? I think this one is the one. Goes back again. 2 losses, 1 win. I mean, yeah, 2 losses, 1 win, blows the account, boom. Nah, 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 nah. Let me go back again to this one. Same thing over and over and over again. So now you end up being in this thing, right? You end up becoming the infinite loser. That's what happens, right? To most beginner traders, you end up becoming an infinite loser because now you are strategy hopping. You don't choose or decide on what strategy you want to trade. You have too many people telling you too many things, then you end up having a very big problem when it comes to your trading because you haven't really, you don't have a specific foundation. And this is the advice I can give to a beginner trader. I hope I make sense. I hope I made sense. You know what I'm saying? I hope I made sense because I don't want to see anyone doing this strategy hopping, having many strategies, hopping from one strategy to another strategy, hopping from another one to another one, choose a strategy, stick to it, learn it, forward test it or back test it, whatever it may be. But as long as at the end of the day, you have something solid, right? Something you can say, over the last 70 trades, I have 20 losses. I have 50 wins and keep it that way, right? Trade that setup. Make sure you master it. It's gonna take you some time to master it, but with time, you will understand every single thing. So yeah, I hope I landed. Um, yeah. Okay. Quick recap. Yeah, price is still playing around. Nothing yet. 30-minute time frame still, you know, moving up and down here. Still twerking. Also the 15-minute time frame still twerking in one place. I told you. I told you. If you're not listening, if you don't see what I'm talking about, it's your problem, man. You see what I'm doing. You see that. This is what it's doing. This is what price is doing, literally. So now let's say you have money. You place the trade. Let's say you open the trade here. This is what beginner traders. You'd open a trade right here, like literally out of nowhere. You just say, green candles, stinky support. I'll buy, I'll buy. And then what happens? Then price starts twerking. Now you're asking yourself, now it's giving you too many emotions, bruh. Because nah, man, these moves, these are not your moves, right? Now price ends up what? Because now price hasn't decided yet where it wants to go. Based on my analysis as a professional trader, I've been trading for quite some time. So now my analysis tells me price hasn't decided. That's why we're twerking, right? So now, once price decides to make a decision, moves a specific direction. So let me draw out the current plan, right? This is the current plan. We are waiting to see price take a specific direction. I'm more bearish than bullish. I'm looking at the sales more than the buys. But if we do, this current candlestick, if it moves like this, right, closes something beautiful like this, right, then I'll be very much interested in taking those sales. Because now, what will I be expecting? I'll be expecting for price to what? Push lower and fill this range. This is where my take profit will be. And if price wants to potentially move lower, then that will be what price wants to do. But that's the plan, right? A closure like this, and this will be my trading candle, right? And that's it. That's it, right? That's the plan. And if price closes like this, decides to, tap me in, let's say it decides to tap me in and pushes up again, right? Then that would be my loss, right? That would be part of the 30% losing rate that I have, right? That would be part of those trades. It would be one of the losing trades. It will fall under my 30% losses. So I don't stress because I know in the next few trades, in the next 50, 60, 70 trades, I will be a profitable trader. I will have a 70% win rate, right? So yeah, that's the initial idea. But yeah, this is what I'm expecting, right? We still have 9 minutes to a closure. So for the beginner traders, you're still gonna lose money here. Like literally, if you're watching me right now and you have your chart on and you have a buy or you have a sell currently, um, watch out. Watch out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And price could move, but just watch out, you know? Just watch out. Because there's a plan set up and this is the move we are expecting, right? And this is how my move will be, right? I will have my stop loss sitting somewhere around here, and I'll have my uh, take profit somewhere around here. What is the risk to reward ratio? 1:49. That is the risk to reward. So there's more reward in this trade if it happens like this, right? And not to say it'll exactly happen like that. We don't know. Like we literally don't know. But that is the higher probability. If price reacts that way, the higher probability would be what? It would be sell. You get what I'm saying? It would be sell. It would be a nice move down. The probability will be us hitting somewhere around this levels, taking partials, and pipping and dipping, pip and dip, pip and dip. That's what you should do, right? Okay, let's look left. Looking left, we do have some resistance here, some resistance here. So what are we going to rely on? We're going to rely on volume. Right? We're going to rely on volume because these are high times of volume. Price just likes ripping down. Price just likes ripping down, and not even respecting these previous resistances and supports when we are in high times of volume, times like this, like New York session and shit. Yeah. and all those type of things. 7 minutes to closure. Anybody got any questions? Is there any question you got? Anything you want to ask? Feel free. I will give you all the information you need, to start becoming profitable here. Yeah. All right. Mm. Bad price action. Like today, today's bad, guys. I only took one trade during Asian. Was it Asian? It was Asian, right? I took a trade during Asian session. It was around this area right here. Mm. Was it a sell or buy? I think it was a sell. Yeah, it was a sell. It was a sell. Yeah, it was somewhere around here. So let me just draw it up for you quickly and see the only trade I took today. I just took one magnificent, beautiful trade. Wasn't too bad. Took some profits. Yeah, some light. I think this was the move. Where's the is this? I think this was the move. Some light, not too crazy. This was literally the move, right? I took my partials around here and I let the rest be a runner. Like I took 80% of my profits right here, and the rest was just runners. So price decided to move all the way down after that. And yeah, I think I took full profit somewhere here. Full TP here, partials here. Yeah, it was a one. It was 1 hour. It was a 1 hour trade. And yeah, it was a W. None too crazy. Just familiar price action. That's it. None too crazy. Just familiar price action. Yeah. But London, no trade. New York doesn't look to be exciting here. Doesn't look exciting at all. Yeah, brother. Hmm. So here's another game plan. This is what price might do. Oh my goodness, my other screen is dying. Let me just fix that quickly, and I will be right back. I'll be right back. We'll be right back. Now, y'all, we back. We back in the building. We back in the quickie. We back in that quickie. Back in the quickie. Oh, okay. All right, my bad. My bad. I wasn't trying to be funny. I wasn't trying to be funny for anything. So yeah, we're just gonna have to wait this one out. Very slow price action. You know, I came in at this time specifically thinking that we're gonna have volume. Unfortunately, volume was already um volume has already taken part in trading before we came into the market. As you guys can see, this is the cleanest volume trade for the day. This was let me see how I think it was I think this looks like a 1% move. Yeah, two. Oh my god, 2% move. 2.35% move. This was a big push. This was a big push. It pushed from $22 to 99 here. $22 to 99. Crazy move. All right. So I'll be doing vlogs, right? I'll be doing vlogs on the side. I need y'all to let me know what type of vlogs you guys like. What type of vlogs you wanna see. You guys trying to see me like live trading type of vlogs like this? Or you guys wanna see me going out, enjoying, you know, because one thing for sure, right now we I want to create a huge audience. So for sure, I'm gonna have to pull some stunts and make sure that I bring that audience right here. Yeah. All audience, the whole audience. I'm gonna bring it right here. And we're gonna make money. We're gonna make moolah. Moolah. God willing. God did, God willing. God willing, we'll make money. We're not gonna end 2026 broke. No way. We forbid that. We forbid that from happening. We ain't going into 2026 broke. And that's gonna be a fact. That's gonna be a for sure though. Right. All right, so yeah, the best possible move here I am seeing, on the 1 hour time frame, we do clearly see that price was unable to basically move above the previous high here, tried to nip the area, and right now we're just moving back down. And yeah, man, possibly catch those sales. We're just waiting for familiar price action, something clean, something that might that makes sense, something that will give us profitability. Yeah, yeah, there's nothing exciting until tomorrow. Tomorrow we got non-farm employment change. We also have average hourly earnings, unemployment rate, unemployment claims. Tomorrow, bruh, big moves are going to happen. Huge moves are going to happen in gold here tomorrow. Look at that, 3:30 p.m. Oof, oof, money, 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 money. Um, So we just got a closure on the 15-minute here. We closed bullish. Uh, nasty, nasty. Very, very nasty. No trade for me. Definitely no trade for me. We'll have to wait this one out. Yeah, looking left, we are in a very, 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 very choppy position. Looking at this area right here, we do see that price is failing, but our initial plan still stays. If we do get a candle closure looking similar to this, like something similar to this, ideally pushing below 4079, yeah, we might be interested in taking those sales, tapping 4065 here. Yeah, that'll be our move for the day. None too crazy, none too massive, none too crazy. Nothing that's gonna make you, fire, something like that. Uh, this looks this looks bad. Like this looks bad, guys. I'm not gonna lie. This looks bad. Price is just not doing anything exciting. We are 1 hour in, and yeah, man, I think I'm gonna have to call it a day. Let me see, let me see, let me see. I'm thinking maybe you buy out of some fragrances, reviewing products, stuff like that. Fragrances. Hey, it's crazy because I was thinking of fragrances yesterday. I was like, oh man, I need a cologne actually. I need a cologne. I need some nice cologne. So yeah, it makes sense. Nah? Makes sense. I will actually do that. Teddy Bear, WWW for that. I will do that. Some nice blogs, fragrances, makes sense. Plus, there's one of my boys back at the crib. He likes fragrances. He knows the best fragrances. I'm actually gonna hit him up today, ask him what's the best fragrance I should get myself, because this boy knows flavor, man. He's got sauce. He's got sauce. No lie, no lie. He's got sauce. I'll be asking him for some advice on fragrances, a type of you know fragrance I should get myself, and yeah, there's areas here where they sell nice fragrances. So I'll be doing that. I'll be doing that. Appreciate that, Teddy, man. Appreciate that. But yeah, guys, price action is not on our side here. Uh, volume has already been volume has already taken trades. We do see this is huge volume. Price has already moved from here. Mm-mm, nothing is looking good. Only bad things. Bad things are happening. This is what I'm talking about. There's bad things happening right now.